We have a 2-year-old anti-gender baby and a 10-year-old who is non-binary.
No, bro, no, stop it. You're stupid. Please just stop talking, okay? Your daughter is a girl. She's not non-binary. She's fucking 10 years old. She probably doesn't even know what gender is yet, you know? She's a girl. Until she's old enough to be like, hey, mom, I want a penis. She's a fucking girl.
Hello everybody. A bit of change of plans here. I was originally going to do Yellow Flash 2 again with this video mocking games journalists for requesting review copies of Cyberpunk. I wish that was a joke, but I assure you, it exists. But I got distracted by the whole PragerU video going viral on Twitter. I've been honestly trying to get back into this for a while, but I've just been in a rough spot concerning my job. I quit for what I thought was something better, but it wasn't. But anyway, yeah, you don't care. I hope you're okay with me putting that off for the newest subject today. I just couldn't let this one slide, under any circumstances. One thing I should address first. I'm getting a lot more comments on my Diesel Patches video. Some have been positive, some have been hilarious, and then there's people who just respectfully disagreed. It's all good, but that video has kinda soured on me over the months. I was way too aggressive, and that put a lot of people off. Granted, some of his statements were pretty yikesy, but regardless, I agree with my points, but I could have done a lot better in expressing them. I've learned from it. Plus, it's important to note that I was told Diesel Patches apologized for the J.K. Rowling video. I don't know that for sure, but I'll take their word for it. If so, that's good. I'm glad. I want it to be known that I never hated the man personally. I just think he was generally misinformed. I can absolutely find it in my heart to forgive him. But for our boy Dr. Cringe here, ooh boy, that'll be a lot harder. So yes, Dr. Cringe. Yes, that name is real. He really does call himself that. Nice. I wonder where you got your diploma from. Jokes aside, he uploaded this video not too long ago. This is child abuse. The clickbait is strong with this one. Before we start though, I'd like to show you the video he's responding to, independent of his extremely angry commentary. I want you to keep that title in mind the entire time you watch these clips.
This is Ari, Gwendolyn, and Brinnifer. They are in a polyamorous relationship, and they all parent Hazel and Sparrow.
We have a 2-year-old anti-gender baby and a 10-year-old who is non-binary.
They have chosen not to disclose Sparrow's gender.
We don't know it yet. It's something that Sparrow's gonna have to figure out and then tell us.
But their parenting approach is controversial.
I have literally received death threats. Crazy, crazy lady. I hope karma hits you back and your kids grow up to detest you.
These polyamorous parents let their children choose their gender. And for their oldest child, Hazel, that's neither male nor female.
Please tell us how and why you decided to come out as non-binary.
Because the pronouns she and he did not fit, non-binary was what I turned to. Though I do choose to act and look more feminine.
Sparrow, do you want a banana?
They're anti-gender, but we're using they, them pronouns. Sure, they have anatomy, we understand it, but like that's not indicative of their identity. It's something that Sparrow's gonna have to figure out and then tell us before we can tell anyone else. Children are too young to know their gender. That's why they have to be told what their gender is. And we're like, well, I think we agree on the source information. We agree children don't know yet, but how we respond to that fact is very, very different.
Well, the other one anyway, guys.
The parents educate their children differently from regular public schools.
Hazel schools themselves. Hazel is very led in what they do. I basically just try to keep up with them.
So typically, how many hours of study a day do the kids do?
Honestly, probably not more than 1 or 2 where we're at a table doing what looks like typical academics. The rest of the time, it's a lot more natural, fun learning.
How dare you? You vile monsters. How dare you let your children identify how they want and not making them conform to typical gender dynamics. Don't you understand it's abuse? It's abusive too. Allow them to identify themselves as they because they don't feel like the male and female pronoun applies to them? Look at them. Look at these monsters. Enjoying fun activities with their children and not thinking gender is a super important concept and that they should figure it out for themselves? How truly awful must you be to... Okay, I'm going to drop the act. You get the idea. In my opinion, you have to be quite the special snowflake to get offended by this video. This is just how these people operate, and they have reasons for how they do it. Maybe you don't agree with what they think, but it would be an amazing stretch to claim that this is, in any way, shape, or form, child abuse. Bro, your arms must be made out of Laffy Taffy to make that kind of stretch. But I feel it's important to note that by his own admission, he was born in 2002, which makes him 18, 19 years old, high school kid. So, knowing that, I'm going to do my best not to relentlessly dump on him, because at the end of the day, he is just a kid who's almost half my age. I wouldn't feel good demolishing someone who has far less life experience than I do. That's no fun. But that does not mean I won't be harsh. Sometimes you have to be, especially when you hear stuff like this.
Parents like this are so irresponsible and so bad at their fucking job. They literally suck at parenting.
Irresponsible and bad at their job because they raise kids with no gender? What? How in the fuck would you know that? Bro, you've barely grown a mustache. Where the fuck do you get off telling people they're shitty parents? I said I wasn't gonna get mad, so okay. I'll indulge you for a minute. Tell us what's wrong here. Maybe I'm missing something.
No, bro, no, stop it. You're stupid. Please just stop talking, okay? Your daughter is a girl. She's not non-binary. She's fucking 10 years old. She probably doesn't even know what gender is yet, you know? She's a girl. Until she's old enough to be like, hey, mom, I want a penis. She's a fucking girl.
Fucking what? Dude, she's 10 years old. Why would she not know what gender is? I had an idea what gender was when I was about that age, and I can tell your idea of gender hasn't progressed past the age of 10. You really think kids are that dumb? Come on, bro. What the fuck kind of argument is this? If she doesn't know what gender is yet, then you shouldn't teach them about it, I guess? That's your argument? Aren't kids supposed to be learning all they can about the world, and especially about themselves? Alright, hang on, let me get my fucking blackboard here real quick. Okay, so allow me to patiently explain to you what gender is. It is not to be confused with sex. Sex is biological. Gender, however, is not. These people are arguing they want their kids to grow up without an explicitly defined gender, not sex, gender. This is important because gender is defined as either of the two sexes, male and female. I know you're going to be tempted to read that first sentence and just ignore everything else, but stop and listen, okay? Especially when considered with reference to social and cultural differences rather than biological ones. In other words, gender is more than just your wee-wee or your woo-woo. It is used in the context of the society you were brought up in. Because as you all know, we live in a society. For anyone about to comment, stupid libtard, little do you know that gender is actually entirely based in biology. Wrong. No, it is not. How do I know that? Let me answer your question with another question. What is a man? No, I'm dead serious. What is a man? If you respond anyone with a penis, is that it? Okay, so if that penis was removed, would that be less of a man? If so, why? And how much less of a man would he be? You do realize that people are more complicated than their set of genitals, right? Remember, a penis is a sex-based characteristic. That's all it is. That's a pretty weak answer to my question, what is a man? I want you to describe to me the essence, behavior, and pivotal characteristics of what makes a man a man. What you might tell me is that a man is strong, sure, but plenty of men aren't strong. Are they less of a man because they're not strong? If a woman is strong, does that make her not a woman anymore? If so, where's the line? Where's the line where you are considered not a man, but a woman, and vice versa? I'll tell you right now, there isn't one. Never has been. It's all arbitrary. Always has been. My favorite example to use to demonstrate this is so. Did you know that being gay back in Roman times was the apex of masculinity? No, seriously, it's true. Yet, how often do we see gay men portrayed as feminine? Why is that? Because society. We live in a society, bro. Because societies change over time. It all depends on society. Society, 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 society. Now that my TEDx talk is over, I can't help but notice you have yet to explain how this is in any way child abuse. I have a funny feeling you won't either.
And don't even get me started with the baby who's supposedly anti-gender or some shit. No, it's a fucking baby, alright? These people are so stupid, man. Holy shit. Literally negative IQ.
I find it incredibly funny how he just said, that baby isn't anti-gender, it's a fucking baby. Hey, dumbass. Babies have genders too.
You are made of stupid.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't insult other people's intelligence if you're also a moron. Just a thought.
I have literally received death threats.
Oh, really, man? They're getting death threats? Then why did they agree to be in a documentary on an 8 million subscriber YouTube channel where they're sharing their life experiences with millions more people and opening themselves up to many, many more death threats? 1 million IQ play, man. You gotta love it. I guarantee you, bro, these people aren't getting any death threats, okay? They're not. People like this only say they're getting death threats to avoid criticism. Bro, I'm getting death threats. How dare you criticize me? My life is in danger. Shut the fuck up, dude. No one cares.
This is just comical. Is this a joke? Please God, tell me he's joking right now. Oh dear God, he's actually serious. I just love how his first reaction to hearing that they get death threats is, well then, why'd you go on a documentary? Fucking morons. You just want more death threats, huh? Idiot, shithead, dumb fucks. Almost as if you're just cool with that. That's just acceptable to you, apparently. Death threats? No big deal, apparently. Not only that, but his next reaction is, bullshit, no you aren't. You just want attention. Yeah. I'm seriously at a loss for words at this point. First of all, this is the internet age. Death threats are incredibly common, no matter what side of the fence you're on. Why the sudden skepticism? Makes you think. Bro, listen to how angry and vitriolic you are when addressing these people who have done nothing overtly wrong. They are just raising their kids differently than most people do. And you are literally accusing them of child abuse. But you find it hard to believe they get death threats? Dude, are you actually this dumb? Are you fucking kidding right now? Oh, and by the way, here's a clip of them reading a hate comment.
What you are doing is absolutely horrifying. I feel for your kids. They should never be put through something like that. What you're thinking is so effed up. It's actually scary. Crazy, crazy lady. I hope karma hits you back and your kids grow up to detest you.
Now, that's an incredibly fucked up thing to say to a parent. I hope your child grows up to hate you. Imagine if you're a mother or father and someone said that to you, all because you didn't want your kid to have a predefined gender. I noticed that you didn't show that clip in your video, Dr. Cringe. Gee, I couldn't imagine why. What's wrong? Does that ruin your little outrage narrative? Is it too much depth for your one-dimensional straw man? And where exactly is your proof that they didn't get any death threats? You not only said they didn't, but also accused them of using that to deflect criticism. Source please? Any proof for that obvious bullshit claim? No? I didn't think so.
Yeah, bro, maybe your parents were wrong about your gender, but 99.5% of parents are right. They're right, you know, only 0.5% of kids end up being transgender. So basing your entire parenting strategy off of an outlier is kind of stupid, man. Really dumb, you know?
Wait. That's it? You didn't explain shit. No, it isn't based on an outlier. It's based on their understanding of gender identity. So what 0.5% of trans people in America exist? That has nothing to do with anything. You still have yet to explain how this is irresponsible or abusive. You keep saying it, but you never prove it. But just you wait. Oh, just you wait. This isn't the worst of it. That is coming up. Get ready, everyone. This is gonna hurt.
Man, why is she thinking about this stuff when she's 10 years old, okay? Maybe I'm alone on this, maybe I'm a special subject, but when I was 10 years old, all I did was play on my DSi, I played with Nerf guns, and I played with Legos. That was about it, man. That's all I did, okay? Y'all know what I wasn't doing when I was 10 years old? Thinking about pronouns and thinking about whether I should have a penis or a vagina. Yeah, man, believe it or not, I wasn't some daddy issues, genderqueer, feminist, SJW when I was 10 years old, okay? All I was some kid who enjoyed the Millennium Falcon Lego set, okay? That's all I was, man, you know? No kid thinks about their gender identity when they're 10 years old. I feel bad for these kids, you know?
You serious?
I give up. I give up. I really do. I give up. There might be no hope for this man. What did I even just listen to? Was that supposed to be an argument? I played Nintendo and I didn't think of gender at all, therefore you're a bad parent. Dr. Cringe. Dr. Cringe. Kiddo, I seriously have to ask you, did it ever occur to you, for even a second, that not everyone is like you? That not everyone has the same ideas and values that you do? This kind of response is especially embarrassing, considering this section of the show is called My Extraordinary Family. Extraordinary, as in not ordinary. Do you realize how much of an idiot you sound like refuting their idea of parenting by saying, I didn't think like that, that's not me, you're doing something wrong? And what the fuck is this unfounded assumption that gender is the most important thing to them? They even say at one point that gender isn't the biggest deal to them.
I think a lot of parents worry about ingraining that kind of gender performance very early, and for us it's a topic that just doesn't come up.
99.5% to be exact, but honestly, man, who's keeping count? While making this video, I was thinking to myself, man, back when I was 3 years old, I had a phase where I was playing with Barbies. That was just shit I enjoyed playing with back then. I was just thinking to myself, man, like, if I had these idiots as parents, they would literally think I was a girl, bro. Oh my god, he's playing with a Barbie. That means he's a girl. Time to chop off his penis. That's literally what they do, bro, which kind of adds to my point earlier.
Oh, okay. Now I'm starting to see what's going on. You're just blindly hating them because of their political leaning. That's the only way I could rationalize this video. Because what you just described has never happened and never could happen under normal circumstances. Doctors don't just cut off your dick and balls because you think you might be a different gender. No matter how much a parent might complain, it never happens. It never has happened. It likely never will happen. And that's it. That's the whole video. And you have not proven that this is in any way abusive. Dr. Cringe, do you even know what child abuse is? A shameful display. It's dishonest and disgusting. Your attitude certainly didn't get me to understand your point of view either. That was garbage. That was physically painful to watch. Truthfully, I did find this whole non-binary family unit to be kinda strange. I kinda get it, but I wouldn't really sign up for that personally. But child abuse? Christ, no! What a gross over-exaggeration. Get this clickbait bullshit out of my sight. Oh man, that was the worst piece of crap I've seen in a long time. But fuck the fandom menace. Those guys are just stupid. But this Dr. Cringe guy is insufferable. His idea of politics and social issues seem permanently stuck in 2016. And hope is looking bleak. All I can do is oppose this bullshit, and hopefully people will know better in time. Seems like a time that'll never come. Fuck, that depressed me a lot, not gonna lie. Gen Z is not going swimmingly from the looks of it, but hopefully I can cultivate a community that can flip the tide. One can only dream. I'm Karina McDaniels, and I'll see you next time.